Hey everybody, and welcome back to React TCG. We're ripping open some more Death Battle. We got Pokemon versus Digimon coming up first. But before that, I'm gonna say at the front of the video this time, please like and subscribe, guys. I'm curious if I can make money off this. I highly doubt it, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to get subscribers. I need 500 before I can do anything. Well, anyway. We're gonna pop right into it, enough of me begging for subscribers. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. Like I said, Pokemon versus Digimon. To be more specific, it's Red and his Charizard versus Tai and Agumon. Yeah, so let's pop right on into it. Skip past this, because it's not a thing that exists anymore. They were building a game, they were asking for input.
Since the darkest depths of the human psyche first created monsters, we've dreamed of harnessing their awesome power, like Red and his Pokemon Charizard.
And Tai and his Digimon Agumon.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
If you're an old man who's wasted his life doing God knows what, you may realize that you always wanted to catalog every animal in the world. But that would be a lot of work, so you probably would just bribe a kid to do it for you.
So
Fair.
began the story of Red, an 11-year-old boy from Pallet Town. Red's mission was to challenge the gym leaders of the Kanto region, defeat the Elite Four to become champion.
Alrighty, when he met Charmander, he was 11. He is now 16. He is 4'6". Weight is not available. Hometown is Pallet Town. First Pokemon he chose was Charmander, because Charmander is the fucking best. And his accomplishments, defeated all 8 Kanto gym leaders, became the Kanto champion, and collected over 150 Pokemon.
And of course, capture all 150 currently known Pokemon. To do this, he needed a partner, a companion, a friend, a Pokemon.
For obvious reasons, he chose the awesome Fire Dragon.
It wasn't really a tough decision. The thing is, my dad gave me the name Red, hoping that when I grew up, it would help me have the passion and energy of a red-hot fire.
While exploring the world, Red and his Charmander began to grow and learn. Eventually, the little red lizard evolved into the 5'7", 200-pound mighty...
5'7", 199.5 pounds. Fire flying type. His ability is Blaze, which uses fire type attacks when he's low on health. Oh, and he holds his Charizard X, because again, Charizard X is the best.
Charizard.
Red's Charizard is his go-to Pokemon in battle, and he's taught him a variety of powerful moves. His flamethrower is hot enough to melt boulders, making it over 2100 degrees Fahrenheit.
He can throw enemies around with Seismic Toss, beat the shit out of them with Mega Punch and Mega Kick, trap foes in a vortex of flame with Fire Spin, out of them with Mega
Growl Slash, Flamethrower, Mega Punch, Mega Kick, Seismic Toss, Fire Spin, Fire Blast, and Blast Burn.
Punch and Mega Kick, trap foes in a vortex of flame with Fire Spin, never miss Star.
Inferno, Wing Attack, Air Slash, Dragon Pulse, Focus Blast, Rock Smash, Fly, Triple Finish, and Flare Bit.
With Swift, and bring the heat even higher with the ultra-powerful Fire Blast.
Being a trained Pokemon, there are dozens of other moves Red may have taught Charizard, including Blast Burn, the most powerful fire attack.
Over the course of their adventure beating up lesser animals, Red and Charizard became more than just trainer and Pokemon. They became friends.
Damn
and
right.
in the Pokemon world, a strong bond between trainer and monster can make crazy things happen.
In Red's case, he unlocked the power of Mega Evolution.
Mega Charizard X gets a major boost in attack, defense, and special.
Height, 5'7", 243.6 pounds. Fire and Dragon type. New ability becomes Tough Claws, which increases the power of all contact moves by 33%. Requires his Charizard X. His attack goes up by 46, defense goes up by 33, special attack goes up by 21, and is powerful enough to take on legendary Pokemon.
attack, making him a far deadlier Pokemon than before.
To add even more power, Mega Charizard X gains the Tough Claws ability, increasing the power of contact moves by 33%.
But fighting with a Charizard has its own share of problems. Being a fire and flying type, a Charizard is weak to rock, electric, and water type attacks. And if the flame on the tip of Charizard's tail goes out, he dies. Man, that seems like the worst thing ever. I mean, could you imagine living in constant fear that, I don't know, you'd get caught in the rain and die?
Fortunately, a Charizard's tail flame...
Okay, see, this is a common misconception. It's not that if a Charmander's flame goes out, they instantly die. It's that the flame on its tail represents its life force. When it's fired up and ready for battle, the tail will burn brighter. If it's sick and dying, the tail starts to go out. So it's not that the tail going out is what kills it. It's that the tail going out is basically just signifying this Charmander has no life. It is dead. So in that case, where it showed the Charmander in the original series in the rain, his tail wasn't going out because he was caught in the rain. His tail was going out because he was caught in a rainstorm. He was sick and tired and hungry. Anyway, it's a thing that bugs me that a lot of people don't realize. You gotta do a little bit of research to find it, but it's a common misconception.
Burns so hot, not even water can douse it so easily. However, Charizard's battle strategy relies entirely on Red's decision and direction. Without his trainer, he would be as random and unfocused as a wild animal.
Luckily, strategy is Red's specialty.
Red is famous for not just his unbreakable faith in his Pokemon, but also his brilliant and sometimes unorthodox strategies in battle. While still only 11 years old, Red defeated Kanto's 8 gym leaders, took down the criminal organization Team Rocket, and became the regional champion, all in less than a year.
He's good, but he's also got one hell of a Pokemon on his side. Charizards are proud warriors. They dislike fighting weaker opponents and really enjoy a challenge. Many well-trained Charizards have won tough battles against all odds. Ash Ketchum's Charizard defeated an Articuno, and both his and Red's claimed victory in one-on-one duels with Blastoise's. Blastai? The water turtle that's hard to beat.
Which, on paper, should have an enormous advantage. But that's not the limit to the Flame Pokemon's feats. Mega Charizard X has gone toe-to-toe with legendary Pokemon capable of all...
Defeated a wild Mewtwo. Can lift a Golem which weighs over 660 pounds. Defeated Blue's Blastoise despite the type disadvantage. Ash's Charizard was capable of defeating Nolan's Articuno. His fire can reach temperatures of 2100 degrees Fahrenheit or 1149 degrees Celsius. Survived battling both Entei and Primal Groudon.
Entering the planet, and Reds has even defeated Mewtwo, the most powerful psychic Pokemon known to man.
After becoming the Kanto champion and catching over 150 Pokemon, Red and Charizard wandered the world, always training, always fighting, until eventually they stopped at Mount Silver in Johto. Distancing themselves from the rest of the world for no real reason, Red and Charizard stood atop its peak, waiting for the day a new champion would rise to challenge them.
Bro literally just sat there fucking waiting.
One fateful summer day in 1995, Tai Kamiya,
or Yagami Taichi in Japan,
went to camp with his
11 years old when he met Agumon, 17 years old now, 4'2". Damn, these guys, I feel bad. 16 and 17, and they're, less than 5 feet tall. That's just sad. Japanese, and is a digital world diplomat.
Friends, it promised to be a summer of fun and youthful adventures. Then a rainbow hole opened up in the sky, shot Tamagotchis at everybody, and sucked them into cyberspace.
Well,
Classic.
yeah, basically. When Tai woke up, he discovered he'd been transported to the digital world, where he met
a bouncing pink blob that can talk.
You don't need to be
Koromon.
afraid of me. I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm your friend.
Man, this show is weird.
That's Koromon, a Digimon specifically created to be Tai's partner and friend. And to protect Tai from harm, Koromon learned how to Digivolve, becoming the fire lizard Agumon.
That's more like it. Agumon is a rookie-level Digimon with deadly claws and a fire attack called...
3 feet, rookie level, vaccine type, takes up 20 gigabytes of space, knows Pepper Breath, Claw Attack, and Claw
Pepper
Uppercut.
Breath.
Together with the other Digidestined, Tai and Agumon traverse the digital world, bringing balance to the chaos and destruction caused by several diabolical monsters.
Including an Elvis Presley impersonator who was also a monkey.
Now,
Yep.
let's get something straight, sonny boy. I'm the monarch of rock and roll. Your jobs make me happy.
Man, how high were they when they wrote this thing?
As their
Very.
opponents became more and more powerful, so did the friendship between Tai and Agumon. As their bond grew, so did their power, and Agumon soon learned how to Digivolve even further.
First up is his champion form, Greymon.
Oh, that's probably getting copyrighted in the house. Okay.
Agumon,
Digivolve.
Unlike Agumon, who can still pull off the whole cute and cuddly
20 feet tall, champion level, dinosaur type, 30 gigabytes, and knows Nova Blast, Nova Flame, Great Horns Attack, and of course, Tail Whip. Of course, their Tail Whip is a lot different than Pokemon's Tail Whip. He just straight up beats your ass with his tail.
mascot thing, Greymon is 2 terrifying stories tall and way more powerful. Good luck snuggling up with that.
Greymon is so strong, he is more than capable of trumping other champion-level opponents in combat, especially with his trademark attack, Nova
Nova
Blast.
Flame.
Next up is my favorite, Metal Greymon. This form's got a robot arm and shoots missiles.
40 feet tall. Damn, he fucking doubled in height. Ultimate level, cyborg type, 40 gigabytes, and knows Giga Blaster, Mega Claw, Metal Slash, Powerful Flame, and Terra Destroyer.
Metal Greymon also wears layers of chrome Digizoid armor, the hardest metal in the digital world. Since the digital world is based on the real world, all real-life metals can exist in it as well, making chrome Digizoid tougher than the likes of tungsten, steel, and titanium.
Nice.
And finally, there's Agumon's Mega Level, War Greymon. Though he's a lot shorter than Metal Greymon for some reason, but it's a small package with a lot of punch.
Quite literally.
Only 10 feet tall, but is a Mega level, Dragon type, only takes up 20 gigabytes, but knows the incredible powerful attacks of Terra Force. That one's insane, man. Anyways, got Terra Force, Great Tornado, Brave Shield, Mega Claw, and the War Driver.
In fact, War Greymon wears 2 clawed gauntlets called the Draymond Destroyers, weapons which are extremely deadly against draconic foes. To add to his defense, he carries the Brave Shield on his back, which is capable of blocking attacks from other Mega-level Digimon.
We've come a long way from the annoying pink blob. War Greymon's ultimate attack is the Terra Force, where he puts all the energy from the atmosphere into a big ball of total annihilation. God damn, that is some Dragon Ball Z shit right there.
Yeah.
But don't overestimate a Digimon's power. The Agumon line is weak to Earth Elemental attacks, and too much damage may exhaust him and force him back to a prior form. Also, while Agumon and his ascending forms can fight and think alone, his power comes directly from Tai. Without their connection, Digievolution would be impossible.
Yeah, but Tai started off as kind of a selfish dick. He even
Yeah,
tried
he
to trick Greymon into digivolving further, which ended in a skeletal monstrosity rampage.
Well, he never wanted to come off that way, but sometimes Tai was just too courageous for...
Agumon knocked over Kawagamon, beat Shellmon and Tyrannomon, defeated Etamon and Skullmeramon. Survived fighting 1 million Daboramon. Kicked a giant metal ball into Venom Mitotismon. Defeated the Dark Masters, Metal Seadramon, and Machine Draymon. And destroyed Apocalamon's body with Metal Garurumon.
For his own good, and for those around him. Even as a child, his courage was unprecedented, promoting his strong relationship with Digimon in the first place.
Oh no, Tai, he's hurt!
The fuck are you gonna do, little girl?
Greymon, wake up, he's coming!
Get up, motherfucker.
Over time, he learned the humility and responsibility necessary to successfully lead the Digidestined against Apocalymon, basically the physical embodiment of the recycle bin, and saved both the digital and real worlds from being deleted forever.
And with the universe saved, they donned suits to become UN diplomats to the digital world.
Really?
Drugs, man.
Get up.
Go for it!
Get.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, we've got a mission for you.
Alright. So, I am a fan of both Pokemon and Digimon. Pokemon more than Digimon. But I feel like Agumon is gonna win this. Agumon and Tai. For a couple of reasons. One, they mentioned the fact that like, what was it, Wargreymon? Yeah, Wargreymon is literally like designed to kill dragons. Which is what Red's Charizard will become if he Mega Evolves. Which he will, obviously, because he'll need the extra strength to fight giant monsters like fucking Greymon and Metal Greymon. And second is that Greymon and like Metal Grey, all like Agumon and all of his forms, they can act independently. Meanwhile, a Pokemon, other than in rare cases like Ash's Pikachu, usually a Pokemon will not do anything unless specifically ordered to do that. So, if Tai can somehow get Red to, like if he can take the fight somewhere where Red can't give Charizard orders, Greymon or Wargreymon or whatever form he's in could beat the shit out of Charizard while Charizard doesn't know what to do. And, you know, depending on how far they go, it would take a while for Red to catch up. So yeah, I want Charizard to win, but my vote is going for Digimon.
There's nothing better than a campfire and a golden, delicious marshmallow.
Who's that Pokemon?
Bro, not a Pokemon.
Oh! You killed my marshmallow!
Bro, you
Whoa.
did.
You can talk? You must be really rare.
Hey, Agumon, I got some...
I choose you! Charizard!
Okay. Okay.
How about Tai is just like, he has no idea what's going on. He's just like, alright, sure, cool.
Hey, buddy, go for it!
Pepper breath!
Crap. Charizard is gonna feel so embarrassed about battling this guy right now. They hate battling weaklings. Ooh, got his ass. Come on, get serious.
Agumon! Okay, buddy, let's kick this up a notch.
Agumon! Digivolve 2!
Take the digital world. Okay, you. Bro.
Mega Punch!
Even if you still think it's a Pokemon, like, you barely did any damage, and you clearly can tell it's this guy's partner. Like, it belongs to another trainer. Why are you still trying to catch him?
Great Horns attack!
Oh shit.
Oh, that's it.
Flamethrower!
Come on, Charizard.
Nova Flame!
I know I'm rooting, like, I know I voted for Digimon. I still want Charizard to kick some ass.
Got him on the run. Turn up the heat.
Come on, man. Don't let him push you around.
Fire Blast!
Hell yeah.
Keep it up! Aim above his head!
Nice.
Rock Smash!
Greymon, he's coming.
Bro is fucking you up.
Tail Whip!
Okay.
Get up, Charizard!
Nova Blast!
No!
Oh no.
Huh, I guess that's that.
Fuck you.
It's not over yet. I believe in Charizard!
Charizard don't give up that easy, bitch.
Whoa, he digivolved.
No, this is Mega Evolution! Let's go, Mega Charizard! Dragon Claw!
Fuck him up.
Flare Blitz!
Hell yeah.
Tai!
Agumon, no!
Agumon! Warp Digivolve 2!
Oh shit. This is it. This is what I thought was gonna happen. Give it your all, Charizard.
Greymon!
What? It evolved again?
Yeah! Now you'll see what a real Mega Form can do.
Charizard, take him out quick! Fire Blast!
Great Shield!
Dragon Claw!
Come on. Give him all you got. Make him work for his win.
You Swift! That's it! Set him up! Perfect!
Set him up and knock him down. Fuck yeah.
Yes, we did it!
Stop hurting my friend!
What?
Bro. Oh, see, this is, I didn't think that, but this is what I was talking about. You know, if he's getting the shit kicked out of him, we can't order Charizard. Charizard's gonna stop attacking. And that's gonna fuck him over.
What are you doing? We're not supposed to fight!
Call off your dragon!
My turn!
Oh, see? Wait a second. Fuck.
Tai, look out!
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Charizard, you okay?
Tim,
Oh. Oh. My childhood. Oh. Watching Charizard die like that, that was...
That was rough.
Oh, that hurt. That actually hurt. Damn. Poor Charizard. I mean, I know I saw him die to Blastoise already, but that was completely different. That was... I feel like that was way less brutal. Maybe it's just the animation style, but I don't know. That one hurt, man.
Ow! My childhood.
Yeah.
Charizard may have started off with a mobility and versatility advantage, but the difference in power between the two only grew as the battle went on. First, when comparing the trainers, Red's bond with Charizard was strong enough to Mega Evolve, but like most Pokemon, their relationship is still one of master and, well...
Slave, come on, you know it's true. I know there's the bond of friendship and whatever, but when Red's through with Charizard, it's back to the tiny spherical prison.
Tai and Agumon, on the other hand, are best friends on equal footing, and Agumon's fighting power comes directly from Tai.
Yeah, these kids were called the Digi-Destined for a reason, and together they had enough power to stop an attack which could have wiped out both the digital and real worlds. And this is the power Agumon's using to Digivolve.
Charizard's flame could melt boulders, but that's hardly comparable to Chrome Digizord armor.
Hell, Metal Greymon alone is officially documented as possessing the power of a nuclear warhead. And War Greymon has weapons specifically designed to kill dragons.
Honestly, it all comes down to a huge difference between Pokemon and Digimon itself. The escalation of evolution.
Yeah.
Pokemon evolution improves monsters in increments, whereas the gap between Digimon forms is often massive and quite frankly absurd.
In the end, Red and Charizard couldn't even hope for as much as a tie.
The winner is the Digimon.
Alright. Up next, we got... oh, nice. We got Dante versus Bayonetta. This is another one where I like both games. I like both characters. But I feel like Dante handles more crazy shit than Bayonetta. Like, a lot of their powers are going to counteract each other. So it's going to come down to, like, the characters themselves. The biggest thing that's standing out for me is I'm pretty sure Dante can regenerate. I don't think Bayonetta can. Oh yeah, look at this. Angry Video Game Nerd. This is actually a pretty good game. If you like platformers, go check it out, guys.
This episode of Steam... For some action heroes, it's not enough to just save the world.
They've got to look good doing it.
Dante, the Devil Hunter.
And Bayonetta, the Umbra Witch. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Take a walk down Slum Avenue and you'll find all sorts of hangouts for the scum of the underworld. The Bullseye Bar, a random strip club, and even a rundown service shop called Devil May Cry.
But the services they're selling aren't like washing your car or fixing your plumbing. Oh no! Long as you got the cash, this shop specializes in delivering demonic beatdowns.
Yep.
Who's crazy enough to try making a living this way, you ask? His
Dante.
name is Dante.
From the very beginning, Dante's life was always unusual. Born from the unholy union of a human mother and a demon father.
Half demon, full awesome. Mercenary, private investigator, and vigilante. Son of Sparta, the legendary Dark Knight. Perpetually drowning in debt. Lover of red trench coats, and his favorite dessert is strawberry sundae.
Dante and his twin brother Virgil had their first supernatural encounter at the young age of 8.
Yeah, see, his demon dad was a badass who single-handedly conquered the underworld and imprisoned its demon emperor, Mundus. But after Dad died, Mundus's minions felt brave enough to take some revenge by slaughtering his family, leaving Dante an orphan. Bummer. Hate it when that happens.
With his mother gone and his brother soon dead, Dante was left with only one option. Become the ultimate demon hunter and perpetuate the cycle of vengeance.
This party's getting crazy.
Like a true video game protagonist. Who needs therapy?
Despite the dangerous nature of his occupation, Dante always maintains a carefree spirit while dispatching devils of the underworld.
It's part of his charm. Hell, when you've got abilities like Dante's, why not be a little cocky? He's faster than the mortal eye can see, strong enough to grapple with the underworld.
A little cocky. Dude's fucking majorly cocky. Let's see. Superhuman strength, speed, agility, and durability. A healing factor, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Teleportation, expert marksman, proficient with any weapon. Devil Trigger, which is a transformation that increases all of his attributes.
Tough as demons, and straight up man enough to shake off being stabbed through the chest like every goddamn day.
That's thanks to his regenerative ability. In fact, all of that is made possible due to his demonic heritage, and made even more deadly by his plethora of weapons. His favorites being his dual pistols and enormous sword.
Like any proud weapon owner, he gives his tools of destruction pet names. His guns, Ebony and Ivory, specialize in long-range shots and rapid-fire barrages, respectively. These hand cannons are so powerful, they can each obliterate demons in a single shot.
I think that look suits you better.
Rebellion is a large magical sword given to him by his pops, which can cut any demon down to size in the...
Rebellion, a magical claymore-style sword, Ebony and Ivory, dual semi-automatic pistols, Yamato, a katana capable of slashing through space itself, Navon, which is a demonic guitar with electrical powers, Pandora, a briefcase which becomes 666 different weapons, and Lucifer, a backpack containing unlimited spike projectiles.
Blink of an eye. He's also got his brother's sword, Yamato, which can cut through dimensions.
Throughout his adventures, Dante also collected a wide assortment of additional weaponry called Devil Arms, physical manifestations of powerful demons he has defeated.
Remember Mega Man? It's that, but on steroids.
His armored Gilgamesh gauntlets increase his striking power, letting him shatter huge monoliths with a lethal 1-inch punch.
With Lucifer, the backpack, not the devil, Dante basically throws infinite lightsabers. He's also got an electric guitar, which is literally electric. Ice-powered nunchucks, grenade launchers, shotguns, and I kid you not, a briefcase that can transform into 666 different weapons, ranging from a giant Beyblade to a flying turret gun. Where does he possibly keep all this stuff?
Really, really deep pockets. Or perhaps it's one of his styles, abilities he's also acquired from defeating demon bosses. With Doppelganger style, he can duplicate himself. With Trickster style, he can teleport instantly. With Royal Guard style, he becomes a nigh-impervious Dreadnought, and he can even slow down time with the Quicksilver style.
On the rare occasion Dante feels he needs to get serious, he enters the Devil Trigger, a transformation which taps into his demonic heritage to unleash his true devil form. Devil Trigger dramatically increases his strength, speed, and healing power, and he can fly!
Being so well armed, Dante is more than capable of handling entire hordes of demons on his own, although this doesn't stop some of his allies from joining in from time to time. This includes Trish, a demon lady who occasionally fights alongside him, and happens to resemble his deceased mother. Talk about giving somebody an Oedipus complex.
Hey, if I may quote an old family saying, if she's not directly related, she's safe to be dated.
That explains a lot. Luckily,
Jeez, Boomstick.
and quite surprisingly, that avenue was never explored. Thank God.
Dante is a walking, talking, feat-achieving machine. One time, after getting impaled by 4 demons at once, he pushed one so hard it exploded and dropped a ceiling fan on the other 3, all while eating a slice of pizza. Oh,
Yep.
And when their friends showed up, he challenged them to a game of billiards.
He won.
He won.
Dante has run down the side of a building so fast he caught fire, similar to...
Runs fast enough to catch fire due to the air friction, stopped a punch from the savior with his bare hands, Can be stabbed through the heart or shot in the head and just brush it off. Defeated Virgil, his virtual equal. Barely phased when hit by meteors, and has defeated the underworld's most fearsome demons.
To a spacecraft re-entering the atmosphere at approximately 17,000 miles per hour.
And he's even capable of taking out others just as overpowered as himself. Like his brother Virgil, who was not dead, but evil.
He stopped a colossal punch from this titanic monster without breaking a sweat, shrugged off bombardment by meteors, and eventually avenged his mother by defeating the demon Lord Mundus. In space.
You may be asking yourself, can anything stop this guy? Yes, Dante does have a limit to how much punishment he can take, but if there's anything that could take him down, it's his own cocky attitude.
In the words of the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, there is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent.
I'm gonna have to disagree with old Lousy here. Pretty sure there's no greater danger than telling a woman those pants do in fact make her ass look fat.
You bastard!
And jackpot.
And then his head exploded.
From the angels of Paradiso to the demons of Inferno, there is a name feared by both the light and the dark, and her name is Bayonetta.
To any normal guy walking down the street, she may look like your
Real name, I think it's Cerza. 7'7", 200 plus pounds. Standard clothes are her hair. One of two surviving Umbra witches, the left eye of the world, and once babysat her childhood self. Video games, man. They gotta. Why does so many of them try to make their stories complicated like that?
average 7-foot-tall gargantuan Amazon woman with good fashion sense. But Bayonetta is actually one of the last Umbra witches, a clan of mystics allied with demon kind.
Named Cereza upon birth, she spent her early life growing up an outcast due to her parents being from rival clans. Her father, a Lumen Sage, and her mother, an Umbra Witch.
See, the sages and witches had one rule to follow. Don't make babies with the opposite clan because, according to prophecy, it would bring on the destruction of the universe. So naturally, it was only a matter of time before somebody couldn't keep it in their pants.
Makes sense.
Pulling out works every time. But
Except the last time.
You would know. With the pact now broken, war ensued between the two factions. In the end, only two witches survived. Cereza and her rival/future friend, Jean. Hoping to prevent the apocalypse, Jean used a special dagger to seal away Cereza's memories and put her into a 500-year-long coma.
When Cereza woke up from her epic power nap, she took on her new name, Bayonetta, and set out to find her lost memories. Luckily for her, she had just the right weapon for the job.
Her hair.
As an Umbra witch, not only does her hair serve as her clothing,
which I'm having a really hard time deciding whether or not that's hot or just disgusting.
She can also use it to summon the demon Madama Butterfly to aid her in battle. This technique is time deciding whether or not that's hot or just disgusting. She can also use it to summon the demon Madama Butterfly to aid her in battle. This technique, the Wicked Weaves, creates portals for the giant demon to deliver devastating punches and kicks.
Bayonetta can also walk on walls and ceilings with Witch Walk, and even transform into
superhuman strength, speed, agility, and durability. Witch Time, which slows the flow of time. Witch Walk, walks on walls, ceilings, walks on walls and ceilings in the light of a full moon. Only in the light of a full moon? That seems severely limited. Beast Within, animal transformations granting increased speed, flight, and damage negation. Blazingly fast reflexes, and proficient with any weapon. So yeah, see, a lot of these, they match up. So they're pretty even, but I think Dante's gonna win due to his regeneration.
Animals to fly, run super fast, and dodge attacks.
But her most useful technique is Witch Time. By slowing down time itself, Bayonetta can dodge practically anything while unleashing a barrage of attacks.
Bayonetta is basically a tall, sexy
I
armory.
love that weapon.
She wields gauntlets called Durga, which attack with fire and electricity, a huge sight that rots the
Love is Blue, 4 supernaturally powerful handguns. Shiraba, katana which sucks the soul from its victims. Durga, Durga, gauntlets which strike with fire or electricity. Odette, ice skates which can freeze lava. Nice. Aruna, whip imbued with poison. Taka Makazuchi, I know I butchered the fuck out of that. A hammer which causes earthquakes on impact.
Souls of its victims, and a friggin' lightsaber called Pillow Talk. She has a bow that fires poison arrows.
Of course it's named Pillow Talk. She has a lightsaber named Pillow Talk.
A chainsaw made of dragon scales, a massive hammer that can cause earthquakes with every strike, and even ice skates, which attack with ice, obviously.
But her most beloved weapons are her 4-pistol set called Love is Blue. Rather than swap between them like a normal person, she somehow manages to wield all of them at once by using not only her hands, but also her feet.
How does that work? Does she
Magic.
have, like, some kind of weird thumbs on her ankles or something? That would kind of detract from the...
Would I assume, like, her clothes are her hair, right? So, she's got, like, the gun slotted into her shoes, and the hair can be used to pull the trigger. That'd be my guess. Either that or just straight up magic.
The hotness factor just a bit. Oh my god! She's covered in hair, and she uses her feet like hands. She's a monkey!
She's not a monkey.
Witch!
This is awkward.
I highly doubt that. She probably just uses some sort of magic. Speaking of magic, when Bayonetta wants to unleash her full potential, she triggers her Umbran Climax, which increases her strength and lets her summon Madama Butterfly's full unrestrained power. When fully unleashed, Madama Butterfly can shatter huge meteors by headbutting them.
Climax. By herself, Bayonetta has pulled off some impressive...
Defeated the creator, headbutted a skyscraper across the city. Wait, like, as herself? What the fuck? Threw a colossal satellite with her legs, dodged bullets when they were instantly repositioned behind her, fought her way through Inferno and back, and tanked a superpowered bullet to the face and was merely staggered. I still think Dante's gonna win.
feats. She's strong enough to kick military jets into the air, headbutt skyscrapers across the city, and even throw satellites with her legs in outer space.
God damn.
Oh, by the way, she can survive outer space.
Using Witch Time, she was able to defeat this thing in only a matter of real-time seconds. Even without Witch Time, her reaction speed is astronomical. For example, when a Lumen Sage stopped time to position newly fired bullets about 3 feet behind her, she managed to not only turn and identify the incoming threat, but also dodge all 16 of them. Considering regular bullets travel around 2,500 feet per second, she must have pulled all that off in less than 1,000th of a second.
And then there's that one time when she killed God. You know, by scissoring her hair with guns and punching the creator's soul across the entire solar system into the sun?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, obviously Bayonetta's feats and abilities are absolutely ridiculous, but she is sometimes rather inconsistent.
Despite her reaction time, she's been caught off guard by enemies ranging from a half-god called Lobster, or something like that, and even a plant monster that managed to grab her out of the air.
But regardless of whatever weaknesses she may have, Bayonetta's achieved more than anyone could possibly imagine despite being 100% human.
Wait,
what?
She is human? Dibs.
Alright, let's dance,
You can't just call it dibs. That's not how this works.
baby.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, we made another video game, and it sure would be swell if you buy it.
Yeah, just Angry Video Game Nerd again. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. If you like, puzzles and platformers, fucking check it out. Also check out Angry Video Game Nerd. He's not as angry as he used to be, I don't think, but I still watch his stuff. I still enjoy it. Just shouting out everybody today. Fucking, go see everyone. Everybody's great. Right.
Death battle!
So yeah, I think Dante's gonna win this though.
Another wandering lost soul, I see.
Whoa. Lost? Nah. I'm looking for something called a left eye. Care to give me a hand? Could be fun.
That would be her.
I see. But if you're looking for the left eye, that would either make you an angel...
Right there.
or a demon.
White.
Get back!
Cocky asshole. Yeah, I wouldn't have dodged that either.
Take this! Too slow.
Well, activate your time shit.
What a disappointing finish.
Please, let's just Tuesday for him.
That all you got, sister?
Looks like you're more of a man than I thought.
Come on.
Can't let her get away with that shit, man. Come on.
No touching.
Yeah.
What?
Haven't used this in a while. Still got it.
Not the only one with the tricks up their sleeves.
In the money. Jackpot.
You're a naughty boy hitting a girl like that. You need to be taught a lesson.
I don't think that's how this works. Sorry.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
If you like that, you're gonna love this.
Fight shit like this on the daily though. Yeah, right. I was gonna say.
Your breath stinks.
Yep.
This is where we part ways, love.
After you.
Hey, no interference.
Come on, Trish. You missed.
Oh, don't be a baby. Let's finish her off.
Phrasing.
Jean? Cereza, having some guy trouble? Not to worry, I've got this one handled.
Wait, we're getting paid for this one, right?
Come on.
Not now. Hey, interference is not cool.
What's wrong? Can't keep up?
Come on, get these two out of here. Oh, nice, just like the game.
Where did you get that outfit? A thrift store? You're one to talk. That color looks terrible on you. Bitch!
There we go, get out of here.
Best pay attention, boy.
Oh, get serious. It's a very fan servicey episode. But yeah, this is it. She's about to die, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty or not, don't fuck with a witch.
1,000 gigatons. And don't give a fuck.
No, that's not possible.
50 is the impossible. Sorry, dude. You're not winning this one.
Not possible.
Told ya. Kinda his old deal.
Bullseye.
Poor Bayonetta.
How come I never meet any nice girls?
Good question.
Worst date ever.
Yeah, they even lost their friends. I think. What happened to Trish and John? Are they still fighting?
Well, I'll show you how I think it went down in my new show, DBX.
Oh, wait, what? Did you actually do analysis on your own?
Fuck no.
Hell no. I'm just gonna make them fight.
Ugh, you would. In what actually matters, it's true that Bayonetta's satellite throwing feat trumps any and all of Dante's physical displays of strength. However, Dante edges out in every other category.
His arsenal matched and exceeded Bayonetta's blow for blow. Hell, even a giant demon like Madama Butterfly is nothing new to this demon slayer for hire. But most of all, Bayonetta didn't have many ways to actually kill him. I mean, the dude shrugs off mortal wounds every day like they were nothing more than bug bites. Both could take a bullet, but unlike Dante, when Bayonetta's stabbed, it hurts. That's why avoiding attacks was her specialty.
But she could only dodge for so long against somebody like Dante. Early in their careers, Dante and Virgil obliterated each and every raindrop within a 12-foot radius, briefly creating a completely open space in a rainstorm.
Yeah, shit was crazy.
Up to 30 raindrops can occupy a cubic foot on average, meaning they destroyed 108,000 raindrops in less than a second, without any extra abilities or styles. Even with Bayonetta's absurd reaction speed, Dante striking so much space in so little time far outclasses anything she has ever had to avoid.
Even when she tried avoiding him, with which time Dante's Quicksilver evened the playing field, basically making it useless.
It was just a matter of time before Bayonetta suffered the fatal blow.
Well, you know what they say, hair today, gone tomorrow.
The winner is Dante.
Alrighty. Next up, we've got Bowser versus Ganon. I like Bowser more than I like Ganon. I'm a fan of both Mario and Zelda, though. But I'm thinking Ganon's probably got the advantage. The Triforce, magic. I think he's going to end up beating Bowser. I mean, think about it this way. Yes, Ganon loses to a kid, but he loses to a kid who is like a master swordsman and learns all these crazy special abilities and fucking has like the Triforce of Courage backing him up and like a magical sword that destroys evil. Meanwhile, Bowser is a giant fire-breathing turtle that can use some magic and like grow giant and has an army. And he still loses to a plumber.
Ever since the invention of princesses, there have been princess kidnappers.
And these two are certainly among the top tier in their trade.
Bowser, the king of the Koopas.
And Ganon, the Demon King.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Once upon a time, a giant turtle had a dream. He would conquer the Mushroom Kingdom by turning everyone in it into brick. But one pesky princess had the gall to undo his mystical masonry.
Naturally, King Bowser Koopa had only one sensible option. He snapped.
Full name, King Bowser Koopa, species Koopa, 8'7", weight is not available, King of the Koopas, seeks to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom, is father to Bowser Jr., illiterate, and one of the 7 star children.
Snatched her up and locked her away in his castle. No, not that castle. That castle.
Because what's a little kidnapping when you've already morphed thousands of innocents into brick?
With the princess out of the picture, Bowser finally had it all. Until 2 pesky portly plumbers popped up out of nowhere and procured his petulant princess.
Nice job on that alliteration.
I'm surprised you know what alliteration means.
Of course, my conspicuous co-host. Anyway, if there's one thing to say about Bowser, it's that he never gives up. He's always hatching a new scheme for domination with his army, and you know it's going to involve some princess pilfering.
And not only is he tenacious, but he's also incredibly tough.
Probably due to his natural turtliness.
That's not a real word, but you are correct. Bowser's seemingly indestructible shell can take an insane amount of abuse, as can the rest of him, really.
Not only that, but his shell's great for doling out damage. Probably because of the Impale-A-Man-sized spikes, which he can shoot out of his shell like a goddamn cannon.
Bowser also fights with his razor-sharp teeth and claws, and is capable of lifting and throwing massive amounts of weight.
He could probably even lift your mother, Wiz.
Hey!
Lord knows I couldn't. He's also got a bunch of weapons to throw around, like hammers, spike balls,
Fire Breath, Super Strength, Durable Shell, Koopa Clown Car, Hammers, Spike Balls, Mega Koopas, can shapeshift, teleport, and increase his size.
and Mecha Koopas, all from the safety of the happiest flying machine ever, the Koopa Clown Copter. That's spelled with C's or K's.
An impressive airborne vehicle which can somehow drop ammunition exactly the size of itself. Probably via some kind of magic.
Oh yeah, have we mentioned that this is a magic turtle? He can breathe fire like a dragon, shapeshift into anything, and even grow at will to be as big as a castle, which is also a transformer. You think he can grow his...
No, I don't want to think about it. Have you seen a turtle penis? They're horrifying.
I haven't.
Why have you?
Science.
Right.
Anyway, with his size increase comes a tremendous boost in power. Not only can he fight a castle, he can pick the whole thing up and throw it.
He's tough enough to survive lava of any temperature, even when it melts off his skin.
Outran lions, fought through his own castle, survived the surface of a star, survived a supernova, withstood a black hole, defeated Super Peach's castle mech, bathed in lava like it's nothing, transformed entire Mushroom Kingdom population into brick. Not true. He also turned some of them into, like, horsetail plants. Or whatever the fuck they were called.
He's withstood a point-blank supernova and being sucked into a black hole. Multiple times!
And consider, a black hole is a complete compression of space and time which stretches anything apart, even light itself.
And you'd think with all this awesome power, Bowser can take over the Mushroom Kingdom, like, no problem.
Except he's an idiot. He's constantly underestimating his opponents. He builds traps in his castles which always end up being used against him. And to top it all off, he's illiterate. Still, with his incredible ferocity and brute force, it's no wonder Bowser strikes fear across the Mushroom Kingdom.
Until they all get together for go-karting or some tennis.
Take it from me, Boomstick. You can't always be the bad guy.
Okay.
The peaceful kingdom of Hyrule is full of hidden terrors. Giant spiders, a dragon who eats rock people,
and that red-headed fairy with boobs that'll poke your eyes out and a laugh that can melt any erection.
But the most dangerous fiend of all is the Demon King,
Ganon.
However, before he became a giant blue pig demon, Ganon was actually just a man, named Ganondorf.
Ganondorf was raised in the Gerudo Desert as a student of magic under the...
Birth name, Ganondorf Dragmire. Species, Gerudo. Height, 7'6", 291 pounds. The first male Gerudo in 100 years. Seeks to conquer all of Hyrule and claim the Triforce. Is the reincarnation of Demise, the Demon King, and happens to like topaz jewelry.
Tutelage of the Twin Rova Witches.
But while the Gerudo have got some pretty kick-ass music, growing up in the desert obviously wasn't the best. Because, you know, sand.
Okay, you know what? I don't want to hear it. Sure, he grew up in the desert. He grew up in the desert as the only male of his race in 100 years. Do you understand what that means? Like, I feel like he's got free reign, pretty much, bro.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and...
Don't you fucking even, Boomstick. I swear to God. Do not fucking go there, man.
Sand. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. And it gets...
Don't you fucking dare!
Thank you, Wiz.
Fortunately for Ganondorf and our viewers, his destiny would take him beyond the sand.
See, turns out he's the reincarnation of the demon Demise, who happens to be the root of all evil. Because what else would you grow up to be with a name like that?
Fair.
Upon his defeat, Demise cursed the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero to be forever plagued by a physical embodiment of his rage.
Now, that's some hardcore shit. Talk about a sore loser. But for Ganondorf, being the Lord of Demons Reborn has its upsides, like being really good at magic.
Among the numerous spells he knows, he can summon phantoms to fight alongside him.
Electric Balls of Light, summon Spirit Riders that attack opponents, Teleportation, Possession, Flight, Dual Swords, and Dark Trident.
Freeze enemies with waves of darkness, cast deadly curses, teleport, fly, and create orbs of electric energy which can stop foes in their tracks.
And they double as a deadly game of Pong. Also, he's a master swordsman, capable of wielding two blades at once with extreme efficiency. But being the king of all evil with awesome skills wasn't enough.
Ganondorf grew jealous of Hyrule's prosperity and, like any good reincarnation of pure evil, wanted to take it for himself, including the Triforce, a legendary relic said to grant the wish of any who may touch it.
But when it was finally within his grasp, two of its pieces rejected him harder than Wiz's last date. However, the one that stuck around, the Triforce of Power, was...
1/3 of the Triforce, created by Din, the goddess of power. Received because the Triforce deemed power to be his chosen aspect, grants the bearer true power, in quotation marks. Which gives him near invulnerability, immortality, superhuman strength, and unlimited mystical power.
Kinda the best. It gave him near invulnerability, incredible strength, and unlimited mystical power. Its only downside, or upside depending on how you see it, is that it turned him into a giant demon pig.
With this form came immense power and a new name, Ganon.
Everything's better with bacon.
Ganon is fast enough to dodge arrows point blank without even looking.
Can break through stone walls effortlessly, can dodge arrows point blank, survived impalement by the sword of sages, survived getting stabbed in the face, possessed a soulless Zelda, cursed a Deku Tree to death. Why do you keep bringing that up? Defeated the hero of time in the Downfall timeline. Yeah. Legend of Zelda timeline is fucking complicated as shit. Basically, there's 3 different ones. All stemming, I think, from Ocarina of Time. This, one where it continues after Link saved everybody. One that happens after they send him back and he's a little kid again. And the one that happens after Ganon murdered his ass.
He's strong enough to destroy stone walls and pillars with no effort, and he's tough enough to get back up after having an entire castle fall on him. But while the Triforce of Power supposedly grants him immortality, Ganon can still be slain, and is specifically vulnerable to holy weapons like the Master Sword. Though he has survived being impaled by one, and then killed his executioner with his bare hands. He's also extremely arrogant, often underestimating his smaller, weaker opponents. At least until they drive a sword through his head.
But hey, when you're a titanic, invulnerable pig sorcerer, you can afford to be a bit cocky.
Dude's fucking over here laughing like Blackbeard from fucking One Piece.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle! Boss style.
Nice, no ads. Ooh. It's awesome because I guarantee, like, if Ganon hadn't showed up, Bowser could probably take the Triforce Power, right? I feel like if Ganondorf was worthy of it, I feel like Bowser would be. Boy. Yeah. Sorry, Bowser, I'm pretty sure Ganon's winning this. Ooh. And he hasn't even turned into Ganon yet. That was a mean-ass hit. Yeah. Throwing shit. You can turn into Ganon? Oh no. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Wait for it. There we go. Oh shit. Yeah, get his ass. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Now you're fucked, Bowser. Oh! That was not the right move. Killed the Deku tree from inside. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Bro, that's disrespectful.
Bowser may have had the advantage in brute strength, but Ganon's deadlier magic and superior intellect won out in the end.
Ganon had his fair share of brawn as well, but what really counts is his ability to form a strategy and plan of attack.
Regardless of intelligence, both Bowser and Ganon were nearly invulnerable to typical means of harm. Ganon could only be killed by holy weapons like the Master Sword and Silver Arrows, so while Bowser could hurt him, he couldn't exactly kill him.
Meanwhile, Bowser could survive almost anything. Almost. In New Super Mario Bros. DS, after falling into some kind of super lava, gotta be since he survived molten dips before unscathed, he became Dry Bowser, and after a strong enough impact, not even his own magic could reassemble his body.
You can even see the light missing in his eyes. So in this case, for all intents and purposes, Bowser was dead by magic and force. With Ganon's unlimited pool of magic power, he not only cursed Bowser's body to decay like he did the Deku Tree, but also blasted him apart with enough force to more than surpass that fall in the castle.
Ganon had this fight war locked down.
The winner is Ganon.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, we got 2 more for this episode. Oh, nice, we're ending with one of my favorites, but we'll get to that. First up, Ratchet and Clank versus Jack and Dexter. Another good one, actually. So I was just thinking to see if I could try to remember who actually won this fight, but I cannot. I've played Ratchet and Clank. I don't believe I've ever played Jack and Dexter before. I think Ratchet and Clank are going to win this, though, because I think Clank is a better sidekick. Like, if I remember right, he's got, like, time-stopping abilities and stuff like that. Like, he's pretty awesome. Whereas, I don't even know which one is the sidekick. I'm pretty sure that one's like a weasel-looking thing, right? That's who the sidekick is. And he like, how useful could that thing be? I mean, I guess they'll tell us, but let's see.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Angry Video Game Nerd 2 Assimilation. Buy it! Right?
Yeah, do it. Buy it. Right fucking now.
Sometimes the most unlikely of friends can become the best of heroes.
Ratchet and Clank, the Cosmic Commandos.
And Jack and Dexter.
Yeah, see, oh fuck, you moved it.
The map.
This fucking thing. Like, what is this? This does not look like a useful sidekick.
Masters of Eco.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Whoa, have they met before? That's crazy.
It was a time of chaos. The unstoppable Cragmite Empire wreaked havoc across the galaxy until a race of unlikely heroes fought back. The Lombaxes, who may be some sort of lemur wombat?
Well, whatever they are, they're pretty good at kicking the shit out of Cragmites, and ended up stopping the Empire by banishing them to another dimension. Well, all except one, and boy would that come back to bite him in the ass.
Yeah,
raised
probably.
as one of their own, the last Cragmite betrayed his foster Lombaxes, raised an army of fish people, and in some sense of cruel ironic justice banished the entire Lombax race to their own dimension as well. And just as ironically missed one who would prove to be his greatest adversary.
Of course.
This lone Lombax's name was Ratchet, and he spent most of his days stranded on a random planet.
Alright, is a Lombax, 4'10", 97.5 pounds. Born around the year 5339, naturally gifted as a mechanic, given the codename Dead Meat by Captain Quark, and has a vendetta against wooden crates. Also, like how Link has a vendetta against pots.
And dicking around with mechanical stuff and dreaming of one day exploring the galaxy. So this alien kitty cat thing scrounged up all the scraps he could find, used his natural gift with machines, and built a spaceship so incredible it would finally take him off this boring planet once and for... Oh.
Without an onboard robot ignition system, this hunk of junk would never fly.
And with Ratchet's luck, it's not like one was just gonna drop out of the sky or anything. Well, I'll be damned.
This was the SentryBot serial number XJ0461.
Well, that's hard to say in conversation, and he makes a clanky sound when he falls over, so...
Maybe I'll just call you Clank.
Clank had just been assembled maybe half an hour earlier and was already running for his life.
Yeah.
Real name XJ-0461. Birthday October 26th. 5,354. Height 2'2", 17 pounds. Son of an interdimensional being and a conveyor belt. And his favorite number is 83. 83 billion and 4.7. Okay.
See, he came from a robot killing machine making factory, but when the factory malfunctioned and made this little guy, it decided to scrap him for parts. So naturally, he got the hell out of there, ended up with Ratchet, and together they became the greatest hero duo in the galaxy.
While they started out as an unlikely pair, they've picked up all sorts of experience along the way. Ratchet has been trained as a commando and is proficient in martial arts, heavy weaponry, survival skills, stealth,
ballroom dancing, and origami.
And despite his diminutive size, Clank is an asset in combat as well. When paired with Ratchet, he can act as a personal helicopter or even a jetpack.
Also, turns out Clank wasn't a mistake after all.
He possesses the soul of a Zoni, energy-based creatures with the ability to manipulate time and be immune to time-altering effects. And eventually, these powers manifested in Clank as well.
That's right, he's a robo-time wizard.
Who did you say gave you this?
Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about. Like, he's got that kind of power. Like, I feel like that's going to be a lot more useful than whatever that weasel thing can bring to the table.
Thing? The Zoni. They are little invisible creatures who travel through time.
Oh, right.
Both Ratchet and Clank are loaded with nanotech, microscopic machines which instantly repair their bodies after any injury, though their number is limited.
But Ratchet and Clank's true strength lies up their arsenal. Ratchet's packing your usual Solana-style weaponry, from his trusty Omni Wrench to rocket launchers. But the real beauty lies in all his wacky weapons, like the Vortex Cannon, which sucks up tiny enemies and blasts them back out like little flames.
Vortex Cannon, Mini Turret Glove, Mr. Zircon Drone, Liquid Nitrogen Gun, Shatter Claws, Groovatron Sheepinator, Fusion Grenade, and Rhino 5? I'm assuming that's 5 and not B.
Meteors. The mini turret glove can deploy dozens of auto-targeting machine guns, which can destroy tanks. And of course, there's also a disco ball, which forces foes to helplessly dance before them.
That's hilarious.
Ratchet's gadgetry also includes energy shields, close-range shredder claws, and a variety of drones to assist him in battle. He's even picked up a gun that turns enemies into tiny, adorable sheep.
But hang on, we can't forget my all-time favorite, the Rhino 5. Part minigun, part rocket launcher, this beauty unleashes a glorious river of death in whatever direction she's facing. All set to Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture.
I'm
awesome.
honestly surprised you know how to say his name.
Oh yeah, the dude played my favorite musical instrument.
What, the piano?
No. Cannons.
Oh.
Anyway, in their adventures, Ratchet and Clank have done some pretty impressive things. They were skilled enough to win numerous gladiator battles, strong enough to stop the blow.
Can Halo jump without a parachute, won countless gladiator battles, survived many crash landings, including one while riding an asteroid, held back a Wargrok with only a Omni Wrench, dodged a laser blast at close quarters, and downed a gigantic alien which could destroy skyscrapers in a single blow.
Of a Wargrok with nothing but an Omni Wrench, fast enough to dodge close-range laser fire, tough enough to survive an explosive shipwreck, and even the vacuum of space.
However, their ability to survive deadly blows is entirely dependent on their supply of nanotech. If they run out of microbots, the next blow is sure to be fatal. But Ratchet and Clank's greatest strength doesn't come from any outlandish weapon or body-rebuilding nanomachine. Rather, it is their unbreakable bond of friendship and teamwork.
Oh, God, that was so friggin' lame.
It was pretty lame, Liz.
Robots are not so easily fooled.
Ah, what's that?
What?
Long before the world bred life, it was filled with eco.
Okay.
Left behind by godlike beings called the Precursors, eco came in 6 different types, each possessing a different power. But what became of the Precursors? How did they harness the power of eco? The answers, they say, lie in the destiny of the mischievous teenage boy named Jack.
Jack was born into royalty as the son of King Dumbass. Dumbass.
Real name is Mar, age 19, 5'10", 185 pounds, left-handed, spoke his first words at age 17. Can catch 200 pounds of fish out of one river in 60 seconds. God damn.
Ruler of Haven City. But Jack lost his future as heir to the throne when some douche named Baron Praxis overthrew his dad. The former king was separated from his son and banished to the wastelands, leaving Jack to grow up a wandering orphan.
Until he was taken in and raised by Samos, the elder of Sandover Village.
Okay, so what's with everybody? Like, that happened with Ratchet and Clank too, right? Stop banishing everyone but one guy. That's where you fuck up.
Here, he met his best friend-to-be, Dexter.
Though I don't know why he would ever want to be friends with a guy that never shuts up.
The sage yaps, huh?
19 years old. What the fuck is an Otzel? 2'10", 48 pounds. Once worked as an exterminator, owns a bar called the Naughty Otzel. A surprisingly good hacker. The thing he wants the most is a pair of comfy shorts.
About the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap?
Before long, Jack and Dexter became inseparable and did just about all their teenage tomfoolery together. Like stealing a speedboat to explore the forbidden Misty Island.
Yeah, turns out it was forbidden for a pretty damn good reason.
What?
Man, that stung!
Oh no, he fell into the weasel pool!
Well, technically, he fell into a pool of dark eco, which transformed him into an Otzel. Whatever the hell that's supposed to be.
Dexter took it pretty well, all things considered.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
By the way, where's the unweasel pool?
It's not so simple. In order to reverse Dexter's transformation, they would have to find the Sage of Dark Eco. To prepare them for this journey, Samos trained them to harness the power of Eco and, in turn, to become formidable warriors.
With green Eco, Jack can restore lost health and create shields. With yellow Eco, he can launch energy projectiles from his hand.
Green Eco heals wounds and creates shields. Blue Eco greatly increases his speed and reflexes. Yellow Eco gives him the ability to throw energy projectiles. Red Eco doubles his physical strength. Dark Eco allows for Dark Giant, Dark Strike, Dark Blast, and makes him invincible. And Light Eco allows for Flash Freeze, gliding, health regeneration, and the creation of shields.
Blue Eco doubles his speed and reflexes, and Red Eco does the same for his strength, allowing him to take down tough enemies with a single strike.
But when their tinkering with ancient precursor technology sent them tumbling into a dystopian future, it's a long story. Jack was captured and experimented on by Baron Praxis, who wanted to turn him into a super soldier.
Too bad he didn't really know what he was doing, and poor Jack was stuck as his lab rat for 2 straight years, until Dexter finally busted him out. Jack was so happy, he spoke his first words ever.
I'm gonna kill Praxis.
Oh, my first words were beer. Now!
Unbeknownst to Praxis, while his experiments failed to turn Jack into Captain America, they did grant him the ability to consume Dark Eco and temporarily transform into the mighty Dark Jack.
Dark Jack can use Dark Eco for a bunch of powerful projectiles, and he can even triple in size and strength. On top of that, Dark Jack is also completely invulnerable.
That's right. We bad. You haven't forgotten what I taught you, Jack.
If one super form wasn't enough, Jack gained another when he came face to face with the precursors themselves. And turns out they're all Otzels like Dexter.
Oh my god.
They gave him the ability to consume Light Eco in order to counterbalance the darkness within.
You'll never guess what they called it. Give up, it's Light Jack.
In this form, Jack can glide through the air, create a force field, regenerate from wounds, and even freeze time itself.
When there's not enough Dark or Light Eco on hand to run around blasting people with godlike energy, Jack wields one of the most versatile weapons ever created, the Morph Gun. Powered by different types of Eco, it can work like a shotgun, grenade launcher, or minigun. It can fire ricochet.
Red mod allows it to use. Red mod creates Scattergun, Wave Concussor, then Plasmite RPG. Blue mod, Vulcan Fury, Arc Wielder, Needle Laser. Yellow mod, Blaster Beam, Reflector. Gyro Blaster, Dark Mod, Peacemaker, Mass Inverter, and Supernova.
Laser shots, homing needles, and even friggin' lightning.
And when Jack sets the Morph Gun to Mass Inverter mode, it can blast a wave of Dark Eco so absurd it alters the very laws of gravity on anybody within its reach.
Damn.
Yeah, but if that fails, they can just blast them with the Supernova. It basically one-shots about anything.
Oh shit.
This place has too much excitement. We need to move back to the country.
Armed to the teeth with weapons and Eco, Jack and Dexter successfully dethroned Praxis and saved Haven City thanks to several impressive feats along the way.
Like getting up no problem after being crushed in a cave-in.
Won gladiator duels in a lava arena, took first place in the Cross City Grand Championship while poisoned, obliterated a precursor robot with a blast of light eco, in dark form can survive being buried under rubble, and blew up a planet-destroying machine all by themselves.
Or tearing through solid metal doors like wet.
But so far, it hasn't seemed like they haven't mentioned Dexter being helpful.
Paper. Dexter helps when he can. Usually by steering missiles into people, but most of the heavy lifting is done by Jack.
Like the one time he did this.
Which is why I think they're gonna wait. That's impressive, but all of his powers have a time limit as long because like he'll run out of eco. And Ratchet and Clank don't have that problem. Plus they're more of a team. I'm pretty sure they're going to win this.
Jack and Dexter are incredibly resourceful. They won a gladiator-style battle with nothing but an unmodified morph gun.
And their drive to win is so strong they even took first in the Crass City Grand Championship while poisoned.
Even giant terraforming robots trying to destroy the world fall to their teamwork, provided they have enough ego.
They can only carry so much eco at once, roughly under a minute's worth in combat for each color type, and so they rely on replenishing their power by pulling eco from the environment. Also, Jack can be a bit reckless and doesn't always think things through.
Even still, don't underestimate the duo of Jack and Dexter. It's the last thing a lot of bad guys ever did.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, remember that game we told you about last time? You can buy it now. The nerd is back on an adventure through armor up.
That's the last time I let Quark fix the warp system.
Actually, weren't you the one who overclocked the accelerator?
Huh. This is new.
Hey, do you have any idea what you've done?
Yeah, hey guys, welcome to our home. Make yourself comfortable on the couch, if you can find what's left of it.
Nah, this isn't so bad. I can fix that.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Mr. Weasel.
Weasel? Well. Looks like it's us who needs to fix you.
Want to do this? Oh.
Bring it. And one more for your mama.
Hey, no insulting, Mama.
Get him, Jack.
What the fuck? Get a load of this.
That was fucking hilarious. You're on fire.
Hey, Fuzzball! You're pissing me off! I got him! Mercy?
No.
Yeah, fuck you.
You're done for. Watch out! You can't keep up. Rest in pieces.
Can't take more than that.
Ratchet!
Can't you go any faster?
I wasn't designed for this.
Really?
Let's try this.
Oh.
Any more weapons you want to throw at me?
Like I need any more.
Shit.
Huh. Well, maybe just one more.
Ratchet, behind us!
Now what?
Dick. That was good.
Get him, Jack!
Yeah. Get his ass. Oh shit. I got light form. Yeah, he can negate that. Ah. That was fucking awesome.
And curtain.
KO! Oh, not the weasel guy!
Jack and Dexter were formidable fighters, especially when they had enough eco on hand. But Ratchet and Clank's better teamwork, superior defenses, and overwhelming arsenal trumped them in the end.
While they both had ways to patch themselves up, Ratchet's nanotech was way more reliable and plentiful than Jack's green eco.
And Ratchet's shields and incapacitative weaponry were more than enough to put a stop to Jack's more offensive eco.
Haha, take that, nature!
While Jack and Daxter's morph gun was one of the most versatile weapons we've ever seen, it absolutely pales in comparison to the sheer size and power of Ratchet and Clank's arsenal.
Jack's best shot was his dark form, but like everything Jack and Dexter had, it didn't take long to run out of juice. Well, Ratchet and Clank had more than enough gadgets and weaponry to keep up the fight.
Plus, Clank is an infinitely more capable sidekick than Dexter, especially his time manipulation and immunity powers.
It was game overture for Jack and Dexter.
The winners are Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, see, exactly what I said. He is just fucking, he's a better sidekick and shit. And now this one of my favorites, Flash versus Quicksilver. I'm going with Flash. Flash is one of, if not my favorite DC fucking hero. I love speedsters. They're fucking awesome, man. Flash TV show was okay. It got worse the longer it went on. And I like the Justice League movie. Both versions. I don't like the guy who played the Flash. There are some good moments though, Batman fucking telling him to or him pulling aside Batman and being like, dude, I've never done combat before. I push people and run away. And then fucking the moment when Superman sees him while he's trying to run up on him, that moment I fucking laughed so hard. The look on his face, just realizing that he fucked up, that for the first time someone can see him moving at this speed. Priceless. Anyway, let's see Flash fucking murder Quicksilver, because there's no way he's keeping up with the Flash.
A long, long time ago, mankind began to walk.
And then we ran. And ever since that moment, we've been pushing speed to its very limit. Or in this case, past the point of absurdity.
The Flash, DC Comics Scarlet Speedster.
And Quicksilver, Marvel's fast-talking Avenger.
He's
Boom.
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
death battle.
From Wonder Woman to Superman, there is no shortage of DC heroes capable of achieving superhuman feats. But only one is truly synonymous with speed itself.
The Flash. Ah!
Wrong Flash. It's not Flash Gordon. Okay.
But before he became the Flash, he was only known as Barry Allen.
Like many superheroes, Barry's lacking in the whole living parent department.
Bartholomew Henry Barry Allen. Human. Actually, he's a metahuman. 6 feet, 195 pounds. Justice League founder, forensic scientist. Afraid of roller coasters and has his own museum.
One day, after returning home, he discovered his mother had been murdered, and his father had been wrongly convicted of the crime.
Knowing Dad was innocent, Barry vowed to clear him of the crime and became
Forensic scientist.
a forensic scientist for the Central City Police.
Yeah.
What? Dear old Dad died before Barry could set him free.
Racked with grief, this only strengthened Barry's resolve to find his mother's real killer.
And on one fateful night when he was doing some science-y stuff, he got struck by lightning and then fell into some chemicals.
Now, normally, this would be incredibly fatal. But since this is comic books, Alan was imbued with the power to move his body at incredible speeds and became the Flash.
Hell yeah.
You're probably thinking, okay, cool, he's like fast enough to run across water now, but there's a whole slew of other benefits that come with his new power.
Yep.
Like accelerated healing, enhanced strength, the ability to absorb kinetic...
Superhuman speed, accelerated healing, increased perception, phasing through objects, sharing his Speed Force aura, is able to steal kinetic energy, supercharged brain activity, and superhuman stamina.
Energy from others, a brain that works faster than a supercomputer, and the ability to throw lightning.
To do any of this, Flash draws his power from the Speed Force, an extra-dimensional energy source which, when synced with the living being's bioelectric field, amplifies and distorts their perception and placement in individual time versus time outside their own field.
What?
In layman's terms, it's kind of like the Force in Star Wars, but instead of Jedi tapping into its power, it's comic book speedsters.
I see.
That is...
Think of it as a...
I feel like that is grossly simplifying things. Like, that is... Sure.
own dimension that the Flash can use as a power source and also enter on his own whim. Plus, it's pretty handy for getting the Flash out of jams when an author writes him into a corner.
Sure. Also, while other speedsters like Max Mercury and Wally West
can clear an entire population of Tokyo in 30 seconds, repaired part of Central City while talking to his therapist, can react within a femtosecond, can run on clouds, rebooted the entire DC universe by running too fast, can use a Green Lantern ring, and has beat Superman in a race. Pretty sure he can also use Blue Lantern rings. And I think White Lantern rings.
use the Speed Force, Barry is actually the one who generates it. And boy, can he do some ridiculous stuff.
When push comes to shove, he can easily break the speed of light, over 670 million miles per hour.
He once rescued everyone from a collapsing apartment building, then used the public library to learn everything he needed to rebuild the whole place. And then he did it, all before the cops showed up. Oh, and he can run on clouds.
Apparently, he does this by vibrating his feet in such a way that the ice crystals within the clouds are collected underneath him to provide footholds, which is an affront to science.
Speed Force, whiz!
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fuck
his
science.
brain is fast enough to perceive events in less than an attisecond. He once called the Justice League supercomputer slow, which, by the way, process at 100,000 trillion calculations a second.
The Speed Force also absorbs damage like a shield, because at this point, what can it do? Make waffles? Probably. He was once blown up by enough grenades to send him flying into a tree, breaking it in half.
To snap a tree like that requires at least 70,000 pounds of force.
Ouch! But he was up and running around in no time thanks to Speed Force healing.
Right, like the time he got stabbed through the leg, but minutes later stood up and ran fast enough to outrace a nuclear blast and break the time barrier.
Yep.
Yes, I said time barrier.
Did you ever hear the phrase New 52? Like where DC rebooted its whole universe and everyone's backstories? Yeah, Flash did that. All of it. Batman's dad told him to.
You'd think time travel would be an
Comic books, man. Fucking weird.
awesome skill to have, but not really in Flash's case. While well-intentioned, his hot-headed time-hopping adventures usually end up making things worse.
Like when he tried to save his mom's life and ended up ruining the entire universe instead.
Well, I guess I can't have the lyrics for this. Let's see if I can remember what was being said here. Oh yeah, he's telling Barry. He's got this line where it's when you break the sound barrier, you create a sonic boom. He broke the time barrier. Time boom. From that point onward, time, rippled out, causing changes that spiraled out of control, leading to the world that has been created. And it's all Barry's fault. And then I'm pretty sure he throws in something about him being the hero, because that reverses Flash's biggest thing is he just wants to be a hero.
Also, it is possible for others to disrupt Flash's connection to the Speed Force, making him lose his abilities.
But with fast healing, time travel, extra-dimensional power, he's done a lot for a guy who can run really fast. An amazing man once said, "To achieve great things, one must sacrifice stability and push one's limit past sanity."
Good quote. Who's it from?
And few people embody those words better than Quicksilver.
Wait, who said that quote?
I did last week when I got my sweet new dune buggy and jumped that lake.
No, you just said, hold my beer, and drove it straight into the water.
Well, come on, stay on topic. Quicksilver goes fast.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess your fake quote kind of applies because Quicksilver's life...
Full name, Pietro Maximoff. 6 feet, 175 pounds, born in Transia, gained powers through human experimentation. Twin of Scarlet Witch, and tricked into believing Magneto is his father.
Has been anything but stable. I mean, his origin story is absolutely insanely convoluted. I guess that's what happens when competing movie studios both inadvertently own the rights to the same character.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it. Basically, Quicksilver and his twin sister, the Scarlet Witch, were born Pietro and Wanda to a pair of gypsies named Django and Maria Maximoff. But as babies, they were kidnapped by a guy they call the High Evolutionary. He experimented on the two children and then returned them to their parents. Only now they had super cool powers. But Pietro and Wanda were later tricked into believing that they were the mutant children of Magneto, abandoned by their mother and handed off to gypsies by a cow lady midwife.
What the hell?
You know, it doesn't even matter. They're the kids of gypsies and they have super cool powers.
Well, with all the instability in his personal life, it's no wonder Pietro Maximoff has been known to bounce from alliance to alliance. Like when Magneto saved him from an angry mob, he joined the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, where Magneto gave him his sleek costume and his new name, Quicksilver.
But when Magneto got his ass kicked, Quicksilver joined the Avengers.
Brotherhood of Evil Mutants member, Avengers member, trained by Captain America, X-Factor member, Inhumans militia member, and upgraded his powers with Isotope E.
Because what's loyalty when you can't even keep track of who your dad is? I wish I at least knew where my dad was, though.
Probably as far away as possible. Well, one benefit in all this hopping back and forth across the line in the sand is that Quicksilver's had training and experience from both sides of the spectrum, from the likes of Captain America to Mastermind.
But really, when you're fast enough to disappear in the blink of an eye, who wouldn't want you on their team? After all, Quicksilver is all about speed. He can heal fast, think fast, learn fast, and of course run around.
Superhuman speed, enhanced durability, superhuman reflexes, accelerated metabolism, superhuman stamina, superhuman strength, molecular acceleration / destabilization, and accelerated healing factor.
Really freaking fast.
He can run around an opponent so fast he forms a tornado, sucking away the oxygen and suffocating them.
He can easily run on water and maintain speeds of more than 700 miles per hour for extremely long periods of time. And if things are looking serious, he can crank it up even further and become fast enough to outrun a radio wave.
Radio waves are a kind of electromagnetic radiation, and thus travel the same speed as light, meaning Quicksilver can run well over 670 million miles per hour.
Damn.
Much like Wiz seeing himself in the mirror every morning, Quicksilver has survived some pretty terrifying things.
Yeah, hey. He has taken a hit from some of Marvel's strongest heroes, including Hercules, the god of strength himself.
He doesn't even flinch at the destructive shockwaves made by his own speed.
Yeah, but he's never traveled through time, so he's already automatically slower than Flash. Erased the radio wave, ran halfway around the world in 92 seconds, survived a collision with a mid-air jetliner, took out 5 soldiers at once, punched out Ultron and Captain America, disarmed a bomb in less than a second, evacuated a military complex in mere seconds, disarmed 17 men before they could pull the trigger, and can run on water.
And one time, he ran up a mountain so fast, he accidentally launched himself into an airplane and fell 39,000 feet down into the ocean, and survived! Man, that's crazy to think about.
Speaking of thinking, his brain can process and retain information so quickly that he memorized Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata by ear and could play it himself in just about a minute. A feat which takes an average person years to perfect.
Despite having a taste for calming and refined music, he's incredibly impatient and has been known to lash out in anger and annoyance.
Why does that sound familiar?
You shut your mouth before I shut it for you!
I rest my case. Quicksilver also has a tendency to run headfirst into danger without thinking things through.
Rest your case? I'll rest your case!
Alright, just don't trip on that.
I hurt my balls! Just finish the rundown!
Well, despite his brashness, Quicksilver is a tragedy-hardened speed freak who I wouldn't cross for even a second.
Oh, I get it. You're supposed to stop me. Go ahead, try it. Next time, try a little harder.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Hell yeah.
Please stay calm, miss. I'm coming up there.
Okay.
No!
I got her! Wait, who the hell are you? You trying to steal my spotlight?
Seriously? You've been living under a rock? I'm the Flash, all-star hero, fastest man alive.
Fastest? Bullshit, that's me.
Not
Let's
even
race to
close.
Japan.
Well, what the heck? I got time.
Okay, on the count of 3. 3.
Peter.
Hey, cheap trick, pal.
I got another one for you.
So that's how we're gonna do this, huh?
Right.
Catch you later. What a loser.
Hey, man! Did you miss me?
Too slow.
You're the one that's slow, motherfucker.
How's it feel to lose, chump?
Let's turn this around.
What?
Get him, Barry.
Oh, crap.
God damn it! All right, Flash, so you're fast. But I'm stronger and smarter.
Prove it, tough guy. Okay, this is getting dumb.
Flash? The hell? What's going on?
You're in the Speed Force. My Speed Force. I'm sure you feel it. The raw energy coursing all around you. This is the source of my power. Here, I
am God. Ooh.
Ew. Well, at least you beat me here. Huh. Bye.
KO! Flashback! Sharp things hurt.
As fast as Quicksilver is, the Flash is just much faster.
Yep.
Quicksilver clearing the speed of light is great and all, but the Flash has gone 10 times that.
Which would put him at more than 6 billion miles per hour.
Plus, Barry can pull other people into the Speed Force and fight them there, giving him a home field advantage.
In addition, the Flash's brain can process events in less than an attisecond. And in case you're wondering, 12 attiseconds is the shortest period of time humanity has ever been able to measure. This means that while Quicksilver's Beethoven feat proved he can think over 500,000 times faster than an ordinary person, the Flash can think many trillion times faster. He had plenty of time to predict every perceivable action Quicksilver may have taken.
Quicksilver had the upper hand in formal combat training, but when you're fighting someone who can move, think, and act way faster than you, there's not really much you can do. You could say this battle was over in a flash.
Ha.
The winner is the Flash.
Damn right. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. You know the drill. Like I said at the beginning, like, subscribe. Give Death Battle their love. Hopefully I'll be back soon with some more shit. It's hard to find time to record, but I make do with what I got. Peace out, guys.